What's up, everybody? It's your boy Bad Dog here with a fitness video. I know I haven't done a video on this channel in a long time. Sorry about that. I was really trying to grind it out and get to 100,000 subscribers on my main channel. But I do plan on putting more videos up on here. Today I'm going to talk about my diet. You'll see some things that I do in the gym. I'll talk about my arm day, my leg day, chest day, shoulder day, all that stuff. I do want to talk about it. Fitness is a lifestyle for me. I love it. I love what I do in the gym. I love the way it makes me feel. I almost love the way I look. I got a little bit of body dysmorphia, so probably no matter how I look, I'll always want more, but I think it drives me to do great things. A guy that I watch on YouTube, Simon Miller, I think he said it best when he said the first time you pick up a weight in the gym and you like it, you'll never be happy for the rest of your life in the gym. I thought that was pretty funny because it seems like it's true for a lot of us. But I kind of want to talk about my diet. A lot of people ask me on my main channel, what do you eat? What do you do in the gym? So we'll talk a lot about all this stuff on this channel. So if you're just tuning in, subscribe. If you're new to the channel, listen, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a trainer. I'm not somebody that competes. I'm a guy that's been in the gym for 11 years. I've had a lot of trial and error. And this is by far the best shape I've ever been in. And, the way I look, I finally feel like I look pretty good. So this is what I've been doing. So quick background, came February. It's the middle of February. I was talking to a trainer at the gym. I said, I really want to get to 10% body fat. That was my goal. And he said to me, he goes, you're probably there now. You're lean, you're really lean. So let's go and take a look at, at your body fat content. And I was 10.6%, which I was like, hell, that's good. That's really good. 10.6% is extremely lean. It's extremely healthy. Not many people are at that level, especially at my age. I'm almost 46 years old. Guys, he said a lot of guys your age, especially the natural guys, don't get to that level. You should be proud of it. He said, but if you want to get I said, well, I want to get to be sub 10 then because I didn't like the way I looked. And he said, if you really want to get to sub 10, you have to measure your macros. I didn't know what the hell macros were. I didn't know how the hell to measure macros. I talked to you guys on this channel before about doing your research, and I should have taken my own advice. So when I really got serious about, okay, I really want to see my abs. I really want to get shredded. What the hell do I have to do? I found Jim Stoppani on YouTube. Big influence on the way I changed the way I grip the littlest things, the way I grip the weights, going from gripping weights like this to gripping them like this. Massive difference. Finding different exercises that I wasn't using, like supination curls and behind the back curls and cross cable, all this stuff. Jim Stoppani, I learned from him. I learned from Jeff Cavalier at Athlean X. And if you're any kind of fitness person, you probably know who he is. Sean Nalwani. And there's other fitness guys. And I looked at each thing that they did, exercise that they did, advice that they gave, and I kind of put it all together into something that works for me. I'm going to tell you what I do as far as my macros go and what I eat, but you have to remember something. What I do may not work for you. What you do may not work for me or anybody else. We're all different. Our genetics are different. Our body composition is different. Some people can eat whatever they want and never gain an ounce. Some people can look at a donut and gain 3 pounds. It's just the way it is. So it's a lot of trial and error, and you have to find what works for you. But the most important thing is if you want to get in shape and you want to lose weight or whatever you want to do, you have to find something as far as the way you eat that is sustainable. Keto diet's great. If you want to lose 20 pounds and you want to do it quick and you want to cut the carbs out of your diet, fine. But you can't live your life without carbs. You're going to have to eat them eventually. So that's why I'm not big on the term diet or doing these fad diets, because for me, it's a lifestyle and it has to be something that I can maintain for the rest of my life, that I can eat like this with no problem. So let's go into the macros. I didn't know macros were grams of protein, grams of carbs, and grams of fat. Well, I did some research. I'm a guy that's 6 foot tall. I'm lean. I've been as high as 242 pounds, which was not a good look for me. I weighed myself today. I was 168 pounds. This is as low as I've been probably since I was 19 years old. My body composition was 8.8% body fat today, which I was extremely, I was happy about that. I was proud. For the first time in my life in the gym, I was like, wow, I'm pretty proud of myself. There's a lot of work to get there. And, again, it came down to finding different exercises and measuring my macros. So what I did was look up, how do I, and this is for me, okay, how do I burn body fat and build muscle? Can you do it at the same time? People say you can't do it at the same time. Well, you can. So I looked at the macro plan that worked for me. If you want to gain weight, if you're a really skinny guy, I don't even know if Sports Live in the ATL watches this channel, but he asks me a lot of stuff. And Sports Live in the ATL is a guy on YouTube. He's like 6'4", and he's thin. He's just a hard gainer, which are guys that have a hard time gaining weight. He should look at macros and how to gain weight. Like there's going to be a macro plan for you to gain weight. There's going to be a macro plan for you to lose weight. There's going to be a macro plan to do what I'm doing. There's a bunch of them. Just research it. For me, what I was doing, I was eating wrong. I was eating oatmeal a lot. And I'm not saying oatmeal's bad. Oatmeal's actually good for you. Oatmeal's good for weight loss. It fills you up. It's high in fiber. But it's very high and it's very low in fat, but it's very high in carbs. It's very low in protein. So what I wanted to do, this wasn't working. I needed a high protein, low fat diet. And my carbs had to fill out the rest of my calories. So I know that doesn't make any sense. Let me explain it. I try to eat between 2,000 and 2,500 calories a day. This is my goal. Sometimes I'm a little bit less than 2,000, sometimes a little bit more than 2,500. It just depends on the day. But for the most part, I'm right there. I try to eat 225 grams to 275 grams of protein a day. Now, that's a lot. You say, how do you get there, Bad Dog? What do you eat to get all that protein? Yogurt, meat, chicken, ground turkey, eggs, steak. I eat a lot of that stuff. Ham. That stuff is very high in protein. It is very low in fat, and there's no carbs in it. I also drink like 3 or 4 protein shakes a day. I drink a protein shake in the morning when I get up. I have a couple of yogurts at work for breakfast. I eat like 10 ounces to 12 ounces of ham or turkey. Sometimes I bring grilled chicken to work with me. I eat that for lunch. I come home. I drink my pre-workout, which is Pre-Gym X by Jim Stepani, which I love. Then I have a protein shake before I go to the gym. I come home. I have another protein shake and throw some creatine in it. And then I eat my dinner, which, like I said, is ground turkey. It's chicken. It's steak. It's ham. It's maybe a 5-egg omelet with ham. I like those a lot. Stuff like that. And if my protein's still low, I have a protein shake before I go to bed. And that's really what it is. It's a lot of fruits and vegetables and everything else. So 225 to 275 grams of protein is what I try to get a day. That's what the macros said. Macros said if you want to burn fat and build muscle, you need about 1 gram to 1.5 grams of protein per pound. So I weigh like 170. So I try to get a little bit more protein. But for me, the top end limit would be 255 grams of protein. Sometimes I'm more than that. Sometimes I'm less. But I try to get in that area. It also said to lose the body fat, I needed to be 0.25 grams to 0.4 grams of fat per pound, which again, that put me at about 45 to 68 grams of fat a day. So I try to keep it between 40 and 60. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less. And then I fill out the rest of my calories, the 20 to 2,500 calories, with grams of carbs. That's what I do. So my carbs end up being about 1 gram of carbs per pound, about 170 grams of carbs. I try to eat 150 grams to 170 grams of carbs. Now you say, how do you measure all this? I use MyFitnessPal. It's a great app. You can just scan the barcode in your food and it gives you all the macro information you need, or you can use a search engine. It'll give you the macro information you need. That's what worked for me. That is the way I eat. It's yogurt, it's eggs, it's meat. But the best thing about me measuring my macros is this. There are days, depending on what I eat, that I may get home from the gym and eat my dinner and have my protein shake and everything is done. And I have 34 grams of fat, which means I can allow myself another 20 grams of fat. Or I have 109 carbs, which means I can allow myself another 60 grams of carbs. A couple beers. Candy bar, Doritos, a few Oreos. I'm not saying you need to do that. I mean, if I wanted to be lower on my macros for the day, I could definitely avoid that stuff. But the best thing I ever did was measuring my macros, because when I wasn't measuring them, I wasn't eating properly for what I wanted to do. And I always try to avoid junk food. Not that I live on junk food. I eat it in moderation. Anything's good in moderation. But when I'm low on my macros, when I feel like I can bump them up a little bit, I can eat junk food, which I never thought I could do before. And the thing is, I can sustain this because I love chicken. Chicken is my favorite thing on the face of the planet outside of bacon. I can't eat bacon, though, because, bacon's fat. I can't live on bacon, but I can live on chicken. I can live on ham. I can live on turkey. I can live on steak. I can live on eggs. I can live on that stuff. Fish is probably really good for you, too. I am not a fish eater. I don't like seafood, so I don't eat that. But that would be really good for you, too. The fish is very healthy for you. Things like salmon are very healthy for you. I can't stomach it. I don't like the taste, the smell, nothing. So I stay away from it. But that's what I'm saying. Find what works for you. This is the way I eat. And when the way I eat may not work for you, but like I'm saying, people ask me about how I ate, how I got so lean, what I do. That's it. It is me measuring my macros, hitting those macros. Not exactly. I'm not competing. So I will eat the chocolate bar. I will eat the Oreos or the Cheez-Its or whatever if I feel like I can bump my macros up a little bit, because I'm not competing. But this has worked. And like I said, I've lost a lot of body fat over the last 3 months. And that's the way I eat. It's really what it is. It's very high protein, very low fat, and I fill out the rest of the calories with the carbs. I do not avoid carbs. Carbs are good for you, especially your vegetables, your fruits, and your pastas and your rices. The sugar carbs are not good for you, and they will not fill you up, and you're going to build them up fast. Those are not good for you, but you can have carbs. Carbs are good for you. Carbs are what fuels your body. You'll be miserable if you cut them out of your diet completely. Miserable. And you'll never sustain that. So don't. Eat them in moderation. Like anything else, they're good in moderation. But anyway, I'm dragging on here. But that's what I do. So again, I'm going to want to put more stuff on here. Like I said, I'll go over the regimens that I do in the gym. I'll show you some exercise I do in the gym. I'll have my buddy record a couple of things that I do in the gym. I want to start putting things on here. Another thing that I want to do eventually down the road is do live streams, or maybe because this channel is not very big, I won't do a live stream, but maybe I'll do, when I build up a little bit, a Q&A where you guys can ask your questions in the chat, and I'll answer them. So I do want to do some stuff on this. I love talking about fitness, and like I said, if you have any questions, I'm willing to help. I'm willing to help anybody get in shape. I always say, if I can inspire one person that tells me, hey, I lost all this weight, or I gained all this muscle or whatever because of you, because you inspired me, that makes me feel amazing. So, and I would love to have you feel amazing the way I feel amazing right now. So all I got in this video. Thank you for watching, guys. Bad Diggity Dizzle. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out. Peace.